Diddy Combs, the music mogul whose influence once defined hip-hop culture, now faces a pivotal moment in his life as he awaits sentencing following a high-profile trial. Convicted on 2 out of 5 charges, the 55-year-old rapper is currently detained at the Metropolitan Detention Center, grappling with the consequences of a legal battle that has captivated the public. In a rare glimpse into his post-trial strategy, Diddy's lead attorney, Marc Agnifilo, has shared insights into the team's plans, revealing a focus on rehabilitation and a potential push for home confinement rather than traditional incarceration. The trial, which drew widespread media attention, centered on serious allegations that have significantly impacted Diddy's public image. While the specifics of the charges remain a sensitive topic, the conviction on 2 counts carries the possibility of up to 20 years in prison, a daunting prospect for the artist who once dominated the charts with hits like "I'll Be Missing You" and "Bad Boy for Life." However, Agnifilo's recent statements suggest that the legal team is exploring alternative sentencing options, prioritizing Diddy's mental health and personal growth over a lengthy prison term. In an interview, Agnifilo outlined the team's argument for home confinement, emphasizing that Diddy would have better access to therapists and support groups outside of a traditional prison setting. "He has therapists that we have basically lined up for him from the outside," Agnifilo explained, noting that the Metropolitan Detention Center, while equipped for certain needs, lacks robust programming for meaningful rehabilitation. The attorney's comments reflect a broader strategy to present Diddy as someone committed to addressing his issues and making positive changes in his life, a narrative that could sway the judge during sentencing. Agnifilo's advocacy for home confinement is rooted in the belief that Diddy's rehabilitation would be more effective in a controlled, supportive environment. "If you were at a traditional post-conviction facility, there'd be more programming for him," he noted, highlighting the limitations of the current detention center. The legal team has already taken steps to arrange therapy and counseling for Diddy, with Agnifilo emphasizing that the rapper is working very hard to confront his challenges. This focus on therapy is not just a legal strategy but a reflection of Diddy's own acknowledgement of his need for support, according to his attorney. "I think he thinks he needs it, and that's the important part," Agnifilo added. The push for home confinement is a bold move, given the severity of the charges and the public scrutiny surrounding the case. Home confinement would allow Diddy to remain in a private residence under strict supervision, potentially equipped with electronic monitoring and regular check-ins with authorities. This arrangement would provide access to professional resources like therapists and support groups, which Agnifilo argues are critical for Diddy's personal growth. The attorney plans to make a compelling case to the judge, requesting that counseling and therapy be a condition of Diddy's supervised release, regardless of the sentencing outcome. Diddy's legal troubles mark a stark contrast to his earlier career, which was defined by innovation, charisma, and entrepreneurial success. As the founder of Bad Boy Records, he launched the careers of artists like the Notorious B.I.G. and Mary J. Blige, shaping the sound of hip-hop in the 90s and beyond. His larger-than-life persona, coupled with his ventures in fashion, media, and spirits, made him a cultural icon. However, the recent trial has cast a shadow over his legacy, prompting questions about his future in the industry and his personal life. Agnifilo's comments suggest that Diddy is taking the trial's outcome seriously and is committed to making amends. The attorney's emphasis on therapy and rehabilitation paints a picture of a man seeking redemption, even as he faces significant consequences. This approach may resonate with the judge, particularly if the legal team can demonstrate that Diddy is actively working to address the issues that led to his conviction. By highlighting his client's willingness to engage in therapy, Agnifilo is positioning Diddy as someone who is not only remorseful but also proactive about his recovery. The public's reaction to Diddy's case has been mixed, with some expressing sympathy for the artist's fall from grace, while others believe justice must be served. The trial has sparked broader conversations about accountability in the entertainment industry, particularly for high-profile figures whose actions have far-reaching consequences. For Diddy, the road ahead is uncertain, but his legal team's focus on rehabilitation suggests a desire to rebuild his life and, potentially, his reputation. As sentencing approaches, Agnifilo's strategy will likely center on presenting Diddy as a complex individual who acknowledges his mistakes and is committed to change. The request for home confinement is a calculated move, balancing the need for accountability with the opportunity for personal growth. Whether the judge will grant this request remains to be seen, but the legal team's emphasis on therapy and support underscores their belief in Diddy's potential for redemption. For now, the music mogul remains at the Metropolitan Detention Center, preparing for the next chapter of his life with the support of his legal team and a renewed focus on self-improvement.